when you're stuck in the middle of this tornado, there's nothing much that you can do. You just have to wait it out. You just have to see where it throws you. Every thought is like a tornado. When it comes, it engulfs you and it says, till you complete this process of thought that I've generated, I'm not going to leave you to be at peace. So you'll have to go and finish that entire thing, and then it drops you. And by the time you are gathering yourself and trying to relax, there's another thought that comes and says, no,
It's my turn now.
it's my turn. You need to be indulged in this. You need to finish this. So there's no control, because you don't know in which direction the tornado is coming from, because you're not watching, because you're lost in one tornado and then you're moving to another, to another, to another. All the time you're skipping from one to another. Meditation gives you an awareness of the entire landscape of life. You will realize that a thought doesn't just come from here. It doesn't come from the brain. It comes from the sound that you're listening to. It comes from the smell. It comes from taste. Mind generates thoughts based on the signals given by the senses, the five senses: seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting. The world of sensations is the fuel for the thought. So that is why you could just be taking a walk and you see something colorful, nice, a different thought process has started. You could be doing something, we could be just sitting here talking about meditation, spirituality, this, that, and suddenly somebody is cooking something delicious and you smell it. Immediately your thoughts go to cooking and what you should be doing. Next day, what I want to cook, and this and that. See, the trigger is always from your senses. This is very important to understand. The trigger is not here. The trigger is all around us. If we are not aware of these triggers, then we cannot watch a thought. We cannot be in control of it. This is what meditation does. Meditation heightens your senses to a point where you can observe every single thing that is happening. Sometimes a person who practices meditation regularly would not even know that they are consciously doing it, but their senses are automatically heightened. That is why if he is sitting here having a conversation, if he listens to some disturbing noise outside, he can tune it out. Because he can listen to it and say, I don't want to indulge in that now, I want to focus here. Because that much of separation is there. If that separation is not there, then, see, somebody is walking, mind goes there. Our mind is all around us. Our mind is not stuck in our head. Everything is a part of our mind. What we see, what we hear, what we touch, what we smell. That is why in Sanskrit we say our whole world is made up of 5 elements, or what we call the 5 ghosts or panchabhutas. This is where the whole idea of a ghost comes from. I've discussed this before. When someone says, I've experienced a ghost, they are telling something like this. They are either telling that I saw something, but I could not hear it, I could not touch it, I could not smell it. So I only saw something. That's a ghost. If I only hear something, but I cannot see it, I cannot touch it, then that's a ghost. A ghost that can be seen, that can be touched, that can be felt is a human being. Well, that's how we learn. We are all ghosts in one sense. We don't know where we are going. We don't know why we are here. Strange land, strange place. We've just picked up a few habits and we are just going about our lives. But we are really ghosts. Homeless, nameless. Everything is just arbitrary. Our home is just arbitrary home. Just we've picked it up. We've created it for ourselves. Our name, we've just picked it up. Our identity. Today you could be wearing pink color ribbons. Tomorrow you can wear green. It's just identity. You can change it. But who are you? See, this is where, to understand us, we need to understand our senses, our triggers. what kind of thoughts our senses are generating. These five elements is also discussed in almost every religious scripture. We talk about earth, air, fire, water, wind. Each one of these elements corresponds to one of our senses. And we say when all these five senses come together, it creates a perception of reality. That is what our world is made up of. Our world is not made up of physical things. It's made up of a combination of sensations. That is why it is so difficult to control the mind, because mind is not an isolated phenomenon in your life. Your whole life is your mind. Everything you do is your mind, right from, not even from the time you wake up, from your dreaming to your sleeping, to waking up, to working, and then again going back to sleep. Your whole life is your mind. And learning to understand the nature of the mind is one of the most wonderful things that we can do.